Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Scholes. Today we have our final North American folktale of the week, and this story comes to us again from Katharine Judson's Myths and Legends of the Great Plains, and is again a story from the Omaha. This tale, while not quite Maui drawing down the sun, is the story of a sun catcher, of one of those people who helped make the days longer by catching the sun. This is How Rabbit Caught the Sun in a Trap. Once upon a time, Rabbit dwelt in a lodge with no one but his grandmother. It was his custom to go hunting early every morning. But no matter how early in the morning he went, a person with a very long foot had been along, leaving a trail. Rabbit wished to know him. "Now," he thought, "I will go in advance of that person." Having risen very early in the morning, he departed. But again, it happened that the person had been along, leaving a trail. Then Rabbit went home. "Grandmother," he said, "though I arrange for myself to go first, a person goes ahead of me every time. Grandmother, I will make a snare and I will catch him." "Why should you do it?" she asked. "I hate the person," he said. Again Rabbit departed, and again had the footsteps gone along. So Rabbit lay waiting for night to come. Then he made a noose of a bowstring, setting it where the footprints were commonly seen. Next morning, Rabbit reached the place very early to see what he had caught in his trap, and it had happened that he had caught the sun. Running very fast, he went homewards to tell about it. "Grandmother," he said, "I have caught something or other, but it scares me. Grandmother, I wished to take away my bowstring, but I was scared every time." So he went there again with a knife. This time he got very near it. "You have done wrong. Why have you done it? Come and untie me," said the sun. The rabbit, although he went to untie him, kept going past him a little on one side. Then he made a rush with his head bent down and his arms stretched out and cut the bowstring with his knife. And the sun rose into the sky. But Rabbit had the hair between his shoulders scorched yellow by the heat of the sun as he stooped and cut the bowstring. Rabbit then arrived at his lodge. "I am burnt. Oh, grandmother, the heat has left nothing of me," he said. Grandmother said, "Oh, my grandchild, I think the heat has left to me nothing of him." And from that time, Rabbit has always had a singed spot upon his back, between his shoulders. And that is the story of how Rabbit caught the sun in a trap. Again, every culture has one of these stories. The story of a sun catcher, somebody who delays the rising of the sun. And in this story, in the Omaha people, it's a rabbit. A jealous rabbit, for he wished to be the very first to go hunting early in the morning. This is Dan Scholes for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find us on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget that if you'd like to help support the podcast, you can always head over to patreon.com/folktaleproject, where for as little as $1 a month, You can get early access to every story told, and through the end of this month, get a special treat. We'll be back next week with 3 new tales. As always, thank you so much for listening.